Hey, hello everybody, this is Purge bringing you a pro level replay. This is something I pulled from the Dotacash forums here. I did a request for some replays and I got this one here. So this is a regular scrim between two teams. The first one, I wrote it down somewhere, or maybe I did not. It's gonna be in the title. Man, shoot, I forgot to write it down and I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, that's a clan GOML, GOML I believe, is the Sentinel team. I'm not sure about the Scourge team. I looked around at the Dotacash forums, at the different team leagues and stuff like that, but a lot of those players, a lot of the high-level players kind of jump around teams a lot, to be honest. And the reason they do that is because they can. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's not like they're at a pro level by any means, so it's like not a big deal. But we'll be able to see some good play. There's a lot of players here that I've casted games of them in Dotacash very frequently, stuff like that. And I can't see. Nope, don't have an observer, so I'm not gonna have full observer stuff, but. This is submitted by this guy, 9006, and that's Dr. Kev apparently of Golfwang, Maple Story Forever, and Neopets Forever. They have a bunch of different players. I'm gonna undo the Fog of War. And alright, Fresh Prince, I've seen him in Dotacash games before, he's good. Snow is good. Hero in Training, not sure. Kiss Me Gently, and DK's making name, also a good player. So for sure, there's 3 players on here that I've seen before, and I've casted their games, and they're good players. So I'm sure this will be a good replay. So this is why I'm casting it. So if you guys want to send in your replays, you want me to cast them. If you guys play easy mode, I don't want to watch your replays. First off, I'll just tell you guys, like, that's great that you still play easy mode, and I'm glad you play Dota, but I do not want to watch easy mode games because they suck. It just strengthens certain heroes in bad ways. It like lowers the effectiveness of all intelligence heroes because at some point they stop being powerful. The point of the game where they stop being powerful is much earlier, and therefore, you know, there's not as many strategies. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Easy mode sucks. It's not worth watching basically. But feel free to play him. Batrider is super good. I'm kind of curious why he ended up saying that. But Anti-Mage, Priest of the Moon, not really worthy ban in my opinion. Lich for the Scourge team, Invoker, Shadow Demon, and a Batrider. So everything looks fine there except for the Priest of the Moon. That's pretty weird. And the first round picks are going to be a Venge, Omni Knight, and an Earthshaker. So that is going to be the linchpin of their strategy. Probably going to solo an Omni Knight in the mid lane, and then have a possibly defensive tri-lane. Maybe offensive. They could do offensive for sure. Scourge team's going to pick up an Ancient Apparition, a Windrunner, and a Doombringer. So we'll see Doombringer probably solo get mid against the Omni Knight, but that's going to be a little dangerous for Doombringer, I think. If he wants to get those last hits, he's going to take pure damage, or at the very least some auto attacks. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how this will go. Other updates, I had casted a couple hours for this Australian Dota League. It's called the Board Aussie Weekly Australian Tournament, something like that. But it's on my stream. I tried to upload one of the games and somebody made a comment that it's all laggy, so I checked it out and yeah, it was laggy as hell. That was the first time I've tried to upload from Twitch TV before, and it did not go well. So, other than that, I'll try to do that in the future, but obviously I'm gonna have to check the videos first because they end up being absolutely unwatchable. So, but the games are pretty good, and I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow morning as well as Sunday morning. So feel free to tune in. That's Twitch TV/PurgeGamers. So same extension as YouTube. That's pretty much my extension everywhere. So it should be easy to find me. And basically, yeah, if you want to watch that, I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m. That's Central Standard Time, and cast some more games until a few hours into that. So, and then at about 10 o'clock, so I only casted 3 games. I might have to wake up a little bit earlier so I can cast more of that, but that should be good for me. And other than that, so that's Saturday, Sunday. Go watch MLG this weekend. Go support StarCraft 2, and if you want to go see how League of Legends is doing, that's what I'm most curious about. Because if League of Legends does really well, all they have to do is translate that into Dota 2 when everybody starts playing that. Not trying to bash League of Legends, but it is, it does have an easier learning curve, and there is less punishment for mistakes. So, I haven't played the game myself, but I've talked to lots of friends that personally that play it a lot, and who both have played Dota and League of Legends. And that's kind of how it seems to be. And other than that, hopefully it goes really well, because then MLG will probably transition that. But there was an interview live on 3. That's DJ Wheat's talk show program on Twitch. I never watched it except for when they do Dota stuff, but they talked about it. And Slasher, he's like one of the big guys at MLG. He's like one of the organizers for the esports or something. I don't know, something like that. He's very high up. He's a little abrasive to a lot of people, but he seems like a really cool guy. His tweets are all very, very nice. So he seems like a cool guy. But he said his impressions of Dota were awesome. Like he didn't play it personally. And he commented he didn't like the art style of League of Legends, so he thought the art style was much preferable over that, and he said he had more fun that weekend watching the Dota tournament than he did watching like the StarCraft 2 tournament. So that's pretty awesome. Like that from a very competitive person. He watches like almost every single esports scene that is on the market. Like, dude knows a lot. He's like a sports fanatic, basically. An esports fanatic is the best way to describe him. And he thought Dota looked really awesome. So that's really cool. I'm excited about that. So I think that's about it. I guess we can talk about the Dota game. That's all I have for announcements. So thanks for patiently waiting for those. Oh, and one little thing. I just want to know, guys, what kind of feedback, if you guys, what kind of video content you want, basically, because it's a lot easier for me to make first-person videos, and needless to say, I can easily make these casts 1 or 2 a day, something like that. Not a problem at all. But I do a lot of stuff as well, so sometimes it can become a drain to cast these all the time, since I always do streams as well. But those are harder to watch for YouTube, and I'm trying to build YouTube up more than anything else. So please let me know, guys, if you want me to do less first-person videos or what. Because once in a while I get unsubs, and it's just kind of curious. I would like to know the reasons for stuff like that, because you know, it's just interesting. So that's always going to improve my content and give you guys more stuff that you want to watch. So primarily, the videos where I cast, they get a lot more views than the ones where I play. So obviously the message will get to everybody pretty much on these. So let me know, guys. Please, I want to hear from you. If you never watch my first-person videos, tell me that you don't want to watch them, and please tell me why. That would be the most beneficial part, because if you're better than me and you don't want to watch someone less good than you, then that's completely understandable. Just let me know in the comments below. So we can go over the last few picks here. I don't have any interesting statistics because there was no observer in this game, so fortunately we got to play with this. But Geomancer was picked up. They were talking about that at the beginning of the game, as well as a Puck, so pretty strong picks. And for the Scourge team, they finished up with a Slardar and a Crystal Maiden, apparently. So we'll see how this ends up going. Fog of War, man. Can't wait for Dota 2, so I don't have to dick around with all this replay BS. Alright, Earthshaker dropping some words here. They're going to be doing a... No, they're gonna try lane. He's swinging down the bottom. It'll be Meepo guarded by a Venge and a Earthshaker, and Meepo went boots first. Very interesting. It's on a defensive lane. Is that really necessary? I'm not really sure, but we'll see how that ends up going. Sometimes I usually end up just getting like starting my ring of regen if I'm really concerned about my mech, but if you get a fast treads on Geomancer, that does give him a lot of utility. So we'll see how this ends up going out. Alright, so yeah, I mean, they're just in-housing here. They probably split up. Don't necessarily have their best players, but yep, we are going to get some nice little tips here. This ward should be a little bit to the left for sure. It's going to give a little bit more vision over here. And Puck is soloing against the tough lane. That's what happens when you solo a lane dude like that. You just gotta like back up, and the first time I ever did, I was like, what the hell, this can't be good. Like, there's no way that this is what should be happening right now, but kind of is sometimes. And Geomancer can have trouble getting last hits, man. This is the problem with getting boots first, especially when you're tri-laning against a assumed Windrunner. He's soloing against a Windrunner, and he's not going to need these boots for a while, so I don't really agree with him making that up. But a little bit of a last hit battle in the mid lane. Apparently Doombringer already taken a shitload of damage. Damn, dude, like, what happened? So yeah, they're just training the Vengeful Spirit up here. They don't want to steal EXP from the Meepo. The faster he gets to 6, the better, because then he's going to start exponentially increasing the amount of jungle that he can get. What is fake? I don't know. I almost wish I wasn't seeing commentary, but that's okay. I'm just going to ignore that shit from now on. Crystal Maiden doing a little harass on the Puck. Puck just now popping level 2. Crystal Maiden making a really nice trade here. This is definitely worth it here. Puck's going to have to pop 1 or 2 tangos. Crystal Maiden will have to pop 1, but she did way more damage to the Puck than vice versa. I like the starting item build. It's pretty basic stats. Gives you some last hitting power. Nothing fantastic, but it does suck to go to a lane with just 2 GG branches on an Intero. It can be very tough to last hit sometimes. Especially when you're soloing against there's wild problems. Puck barely making out here. Illusory up 63 HP, man. How did that happen? Holy crap. Slardar stun almost picked him off with a couple auto attacks. 1 or 2 more auto attacks, he would have died for sure. So that was really close. And Vengeful Spirit's still in lane, man. He's got more experience than Geomancer. That's not good, man. Come on. He has been missing in action the whole game, but he has just been top with those boots. He's just trying to be aggressive. I should have closed this a while ago, excuse me. Omni Knight going for a fast mechanism probably, so that would be why Geomancer did not pick up those items at all. And once again, like the Earthshaker says, the VS should not be in the lane here. This Geomancer could be a level or 2 ahead now, which is going to give him last hit power. It's going to keep him alive. Vengeful Spirit and Earthshaker really don't need really hard levels, and I think they should do a roam towards that towards that Lucifer. So it's gonna be really tough to see wards here. I don't know if switching this helps, but yep, well, we'll just have to do that periodically. There is a ward on the top rune over here, but I mean, if they roam from the bot lane, he's not gonna see it coming. So all right, not allowed to see the illusions apparently. Man, it sucks to not watch stuff live.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Vengeful Spirit trying to be aggressive to that Windrunner here, but he's not given a lot of utility. Seems like he's a little new to scrims, but not a huge deal here. He's been doing okay so far. He just needs to back away from that Meepo. Give him the farm and the experience. Calling out for the illusion. He's not taking quite enough damage. Now he's going to realize it's illusion. Yep, now that he landed his attack. Doombringer taking some damage from the Omni Knight. He's just doing a little bit of orb walking. He's actually going to pick up a Soul Ring there. Pops his Soul Ring, not going to get the offensive heal off. Understandably, it would have been pretty tough. Vengeful Spirit getting level 3 Command Aura. It's not good, man. Get Wave of Terror. Should have level 2 stun and level 1 Wave of Terror, probably. Omni Knight going to heal up here. Trying to be offensive again, but just not really the most effective offensive heal I've ever seen in my life. Did not land that on Doombringer, so. And I think he could have maybe. He took a little bit too long to drop the Purification, in my opinion, so. Alright, Slardar on the top lane going to be farming up Vanguard. He's doing a very good job with that. Vanguard on Slardar is so great. You end up being the focus of damage when you run into the entire enemy team and drop your stun. Or on the way to the enemy team and try to stun. Puck asking those two support heroes to gank. They should have ganked a long time ago for sure. VS picking up a TP scroll here. You're fine to hold Windrunner, you two. Yeah, I mean, either one of them can come to a roam and it's going to be effective, but I mean, on the top lane here, he does not have boots, unfortunately. He could easily get this Crystal Maiden kill if he had boots, in my opinion. Maybe not easily, but Salve going to be popped up there. Omni Knight's in a lot of trouble. He's absolutely screwed. Or is he? Doombringer one hit away from dying, and he did not turn around and hit the Doombringer. Doombringer could have gone down 36 HP. Fissure lands as well, but doesn't even matter, man. That's too bad for him. Almost made something awesome happen, but that would have been really cool if he picked up the Doombringer immediately, but was not able to do that. A little bit out of position. He's being a little too aggressive for not having very much farm. At the very least, some HP or some tread or some boots or something, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Earthshaker going to sap some experience here while he's in the mid lane. It's a very good plan. Since you roamed all the way here, they know you're there, you might as well get the experience. And now that Omni Knight comes back, head back out, look for another kill. There is a ward here. This is from the Ancient Apparitions. This is a Scourge side ward. And on the bot lane, Windrunner hitting 5. Geomancer going for his fast treads. There he does have his Belt of Giant Strength. Treads is like by far the best and most useful item for Geomancer. Some people argue Boots of Travel, but like, and the micromanagement for that, not to mention your early game, is going to suffer quite a bit. Treads just gives you more HP to each Geomancer, more than any other item for sure. You can't just stack like a Bracer or something like that. And I know you have a lot more light movement around the map, but I mean you already have Poop, so it's not like you're absolutely worthless, you know. VS and Omni Knight being aggressive here, they could definitely get a kill. All they need to do is do a stun and have follow-up from Omni Knight. He might just do an offensive heal, but he's getting a little low on mana, so I feel like he should save it. He's going to keep tanking it, though. Not the worst idea ever. If you want to tank or push the tower, man, tank those creeps and then heal right up. They'll keep your... I mean, look at these creeps. They're at full HP. Stun on the Doombringer. This is really bad for him. I don't see a slow aura yet, though. So it looks like Doombringer not going to be slowed at all. He's going to be absolutely okay. Earthshaker come through. This is the real Earthshaker. Beautiful block. Oh my god, that was perfect. Nice heal on that melee creep, and he easily goes down. So that was a nice little play there. Set up by the Earthshaker and the VS. Just a lot of nukes dropping on him immediately, and he ends up going down. We have a Mantle of Intelligence on Crystal Maiden. I don't agree with this at all. You do not need to be last hitting. This should be a brace. It should be like a gauntlet or some more GG branches or something. Puck just checking out, see who's there. He's going to drop the orb. Not going to find anybody except for the Crystal Maiden, so he's going to back up. And here comes the Vengeful Spirit looking for a roam. I don't know if she has enough mana for a stun yet. There's the stun. Easy, easy kill. Don't even need to use the fissure. Gonna go down. Slardar is gonna be the next person to find them in the jungle, but Venge have to be really careful here. If there's a stun and a cold feet, there it is. Cold feet followed by stun. Venge easily gonna die without accomplishing anything there. Should have backed immediately. Puck trying to be aggressive. Low on mana though. Slither guard chasing. He does have his stun. There's the first stun. A couple more auto attacks. Puck only has 100 mana here. He's gonna go down. He does get doomed as well. Absolutely screwed at that point. I don't know if Doom was a little bit of a waste there or not, but not the biggest deal in the world. And Geomancer is going to be pushing the lane. If you're wondering why my screen switched, because I'm It's auto gonna decast or auto cast to the not auto cast, but auto select that Vengeful Spirit when he respawns based on that coding that Ice Frog entered. And Geomancer gonna be picking up some tower here. We'll see if he ends up getting it. I think he's gonna have a pretty good chance. Here comes the yeah, it sucks. That was like the worst possible timing for the catapult to hit. It's right on the edge. Omni picks up the DD. Windrunner's gonna do some damage here. But not really sitting too good, just boots. Early mech here. Bringer Regeneration is arguably not the best item to get rid of, but they did have a Brilliant Aura, so he could definitely do without the Basilius Ring. It's not a huge deal. VS trying to CS against the Doombringer, but only got plus 11 here.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Omni Knight can go for treads here, gonna get really easy HP, and his damage over time would be a little bit more increased. Though I'd argue that Phase is better on Omni Knight. The HP is great though. It's either Phase or Treads in my opinion. Phase can just catch up to enemies so fast, you hit a little bit harder. Not quite as fast though. Swap on the Vengeful Spirit on the Crystal Maiden. Unfortunately, he just uses Purification. It's gonna be tough to get the kill, but they do end up pulling it off. Nice play there. But now Omni Knight in a little bit of trouble. He is gonna survive the Cold Feet though. Oh. And now they're trying to bait in the Ancient Apparition. He's absolutely screwed. Nice Purification. Easy kill. Chase on the Vengeful Spirit. Doombringer just has regular boots though, so he's going to back off. It would be a little tough to end up getting that kill. Windrunner going fast. Headdress. There could be somebody farming on the bot lane, but instead the Windrunner is on the mid lane, kind of worried about defending.
Our brethren's town
Absolutely no Sentinel Hero is farming right now. If we look at the CS totals, it's 4-3 first of all. That's important. Slardar being found by the... Oh my god, he orbs right into that blast. Gonna pop his sprint. Easy kill on this puck. Nothing he can do. He can phase shift right now. That's gonna be his last chance at surviving. Easy kill. Nice play there by Slardar. Very good control. He's in a little bit of trouble now. He just took a crap load of tower damage. Here's a stun from the Venge. I don't know if it's gonna be quite enough. He doesn't have enough for a stun. We're gonna swap. Possibly. No, he's low on mana. He's not gonna be able to get the kill. He's completely fine. Fucking glitch spot brought me way back. I think he tried to orb over here or something, and then it warped him right here. I think that's what ended up happening. I'm glad he said something, because otherwise I would have been like, now I feel a little bit bad about bashing. But actually, he's not going for the treads. He can pick up Arcane Boots. I forgot about Arcane Boots. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Either Phase, Treads, or Arcane Boots are really great on Omni Knight. Don't discount Arcane at all. This is like the go-to Omni Knight build. He's not going to run out of mana this way, basically. And of course, it's super nice for your allies, especially if you have the low mana puck, stuff like that, you know. Something is hilarious. 4-4 here, and we can't even look at CS totals. I forgot. Absolutely unable to look at CS totals. So I guess we can look at gold totals. No, we can't actually look at gold totals. Can't wait for Dota 2, man. Okay, yes we can. There we go. 7 and 14 on that Crystal Maiden. Let's look at puck. It doesn't work, guys. It doesn't change. This is all Vengeful Spirit stuff, information. Yep. So this is only Vengeful Spirits information. This is all we get to see this game. Too bad. Alright, Crystal Maiden, Ancient Apparition. Windrunner around there, but man, he still could be farming. In the meantime, Geomancer just farming up a storm. He does have his treads, not able to CS everything though. Where's his other guy? What color is he? Initiation on not the Vengeful Spirit, looking to get the Windrunner, but not able to pick him up. They're gonna find the Crystal Maiden though. Shackle Shot.
Our allies' town
Dream Coil. No way he's gonna survive. Oh, he barely dodges the Purification. Vengeful Spirit taking a lot of damage. Doom did go off on the Omni Knight. That's the best target to Doom there. Nice Earthshaker stun. Gonna keep Doom or the Omni Knight alive for sure. But they're going back in there. Venge being way too aggressive in my opinion. He's very low HP. Omni Knight just finished the Doom. Gonna heal on the Vengeful Spirit, and they're still being aggressive, man. This is crazy. Level 3 repel already. Wow, very high level. They're definitely concerned about that magic. Even the Omni is gonna ult. A little premature for sure though. Slardar about to do damage. Who's he gonna go on though? Man, I cannot believe they're still chasing here. This is way too aggressive, man. Even with their epic heals. Repel gonna be popped on the puck. He's gonna be able to make it out. Unless he gets trapped in. Oh my god, he gets trapped in. He gets caught in a little pocket of trees. He's gonna go down. A little bit of auto-attacking. Slar picks up the kill. Gonna be chasing on the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit's mini stunned. Yes, coming in for a stun. It's gonna be a fissure. Only hits one person though. A little sloppy. Could have hit 4 people there. At least 2 or 3. Amplify damage on the Earthshaker. He's completely out of mana here. But he's pretty far ahead. And not gonna be able to do anything else. Ancient Apparition completely out of mana. What a really long, slow team fight. Very interesting. Calling for a Geomancer gank soon. He does have his Blink Dagger. He's been farming his balls off here. And once he hits level 11, man, he's going to be able to blink in, do a double poof. It's going to do about 400 AoE damage, very big AoE damage, and then he'll do his main guy poofing as well. It'll round out to be about 600. It's very, very powerful, and your initiations with the meepo are quite powerful as well. Gives you a lot of options. And in the meantime, he has one Geomancer tank, the other one rolls back. Man, here comes the Scourge team, going to find him in the jungle here with the smoke. Actually, that's an invis. Here's the shackle shot on him. We've seen a close range AA ult and he's dead. Oh my god, how could you mess that up, man? Come on. God, I can't handle that. I'm sure it's like a level 1 shackle shot, but come on, AA, dude. You drop your ultimate immediately. I don't know if he wasn't paying attention or what, but like, dude, you gotta drop that shit. And in the meantime, Earthshaker Fish are gonna do it a lot. Puck ulting 3 people, but none of them are gonna break except for the Slardar here. Crystal Maiden really low on HP, and they're gonna get the Slardar as well. He does have that Vanguard, but holy crap. Earthshaker takes a few auto attacks, he's gonna go down. Slardar in some trouble, but the Omnian's doomed. He's not even gonna be able to get these kills, and they make out like bandits, man. CM barely almost dies, calling for VS to get in there. But he was a little late. It's not the highest skilled pub here by any means, but there are some good players. It's just you can't necessarily fill out your entire clan with really good people. There's always going to be mediocre players, and that's kind of what we're seeing. People messing stuff up here or there. But it's good to learn this way, honestly. Like, as long as you're not playing super talented, really well playing guys, it's more fun to play. You always want the games to be fairly even, otherwise it's just not fun at all. If people can't roam effectively, stuff like that. Fissure going down. Shackle shot on the Earthshaker. Power shot. Slar's gonna be chasing. Nice swap. That was perfect timing, man. Kept the Earthshaker alive a little bit longer. Gonna still be chasing. I think they're gonna get the Earthshaker, though. They do still get him. Ventral's in a little bit of trouble now. He's trying to get back to the tower. Tower's gonna be auto-attacking creep, so nothing he's gonna be able to do. Slardar, very low HP. He's not taking tower damage, though. 2 support TPs coming in just now. Omni Knight. Puck chasing. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger, though. It's gonna be fine, I think. Geomancer main is here as well. Gonna be looking to do a blink net, but I'd be really surprised, man. Was definitely a good swap. Completely dodged that Slardar stun. Ultimately didn't matter. He still got that kill, but able to make a nice little impact on the game. Geomancer still farming here. He is level 11. Thank you for showing me the Vengeful Spirit just spawned. Everybody poofing out. This guy is still farming it up. The most important thing though is having the Geomancer around for the experience. It's very beneficial. Something I like to do, I'm not super good at microing multiple Geomancers across the map. I'll put one in a lane and put one in another lane. And one of them I generally just hold position within the XP range, but that works out okay. Looks like Puck gonna dodge the cold feet there. Really nice little play, gonna pick him off. Goes down there. Not really sure if that was worth it for anything, man. Geomancer ready to initiate. He picks up a Null Talisman, gonna be able to poof net and blink a little bit more often. It's a nice little trade-off. It can be important. These other 2 guys are going to the top lane, possibly to farm some neutrals or just look for initiations. Puck does get ultied. Oh my god, the nukes there. Holy crap. Nice purification. You gotta watch out for those, man. You don't necessarily see them coming, but they definitely do a lot of damage. 360 pure damage coming from purification, man. So much. And Crystal Maiden gets nuked down by 2 nukes. That's all it took. Imp damage on Omni Knight took about half of his tower HP here. AA ult comes in. Does land on him. A little bit earlier he would have died. But AA was dead. He has a bottle here. Gonna be going for phase boots. And now Geomancer is chasing on this Doombringer here. Doombringer is in a lot of trouble. Here's the Blink Dagger. And man, poof from the other Geo. We're gonna need to see some nets any second. There's the first net. Tried to dodge it. Oh man, Slar's coming in and this is looking really bad. Dooming the one weak Geomancer. And they pick him off before Doom dies. What a ridiculously good bait and switch. Man, baited it out with the Lucifer. Are they going to get a kill on Lucifer now? They're going to be chasing him. Earthshaker being way too aggressive. He should realize that he's not going to be able to get this kill. But Puck's going for it, man. He's orbiting, going to be chasing him down. Earthshaker being chased by the Slytherin guard. He's going to continue going for this. I don't see his haste. He must have used it just to get there. Doombringer does go down. Still chasing on this Earthshaker. Popping up the salve. There we go. Sprint is back, and there we go. One hit. He's going to go down. Needs to hide in the jungle now and TP the hell out. Venge is going to be on the chase here. Has pretty good HP, but nothing between him and his base at this point. Windrunner's still here as well, but seriously, only phase boots headdress. He should have stayed in his lane longer, picked up his mech pretty fast. Now he's going to be turning into a really late mech. He's only level 8.
Have engaged the enemy.
Omni Knight confused. Something happened that didn't work. Not sure what he's talking about. Snow is the Ancient Apparition. Oh yeah, that's why. Ancient Apparition ultied him, apparently. And therefore his heal doesn't work. And holy crap, Meepo absolutely owning face on the Ancient Apparition, blinking in, doing the triple poof, and that's the dangerous thing about Geomancer when he does have that Blink Dagger. He sacrifices some heal, is not going to be able to get that mech up as fast, but yeah, he can still clear creep waves, do pretty good damage with these agility treads, turn him into strength if he really needs it. Vengeful Spear completely out of position here. I have no idea why he's so far up. Puck as well, very, very low HP. And the mid lane, Slar chasing him here. He does have the sprint on, gonna be really surprised if he can dodge it. Tries to bait out the stun, excellent play there. Stun canceling by the Slardar, baits out the phase shift, and then he gets the guaranteed kill. Really, really nice play. That is so excellent. You gotta honestly do that. Stun canceling is so important against a Puck, especially if you're playing like a Sven or something like that, because he can easily stun it if he's paying attention. Crystalmania running back here. He does not have 1700 gold. That's the Puck man farming up a Blink Dagger, 400 gold away. Slardar in the mid lane gonna be going for his dagger next. He does have the treads, Vanguard, and the wand. This is like the core Slardar build. There was a time when right when Urn came out, that it was the go-to Slardar build, but this is the go-to Slardar build right now. Just a lot of tank items. Swap by the Vengeful Spirit. Nobody is even vaguely around. He's gonna pop his sprint. The Earthshaker Fissure does not actually stun. Barely even blocks in there. A little bit too early for Venge to initiate there. Just something he'll learn with practice. Puck taking some creep damage, and apparently the game thinks it's important enough to tell me. Geomancer has a frickin' Dagon here. Holy crap. That's why he had a null talisman. This just got ridiculous and pubby-ish. Gonna pick off the first tower here. Tower's gonna go down. Stun on the Ancient Apparition, man. He's just playing like shit. This is not cool at all, man. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Sloppiest player in the game so far is gonna be Snow. Absolute freebie for sure. Two Geomancers on the top lane. One Geomancer on the top, on the bottom, on the mid lane actually. They're gonna go clean up this push here. That's like 300 or 400 gold easily. That Geomancer's gonna get. I think he's been hiding this whole time, man. He's got full mana, just waiting for a Dagon. Regular treads are up. Popping level 14, clearing that whole creep wave, man. Holy crap. He's at 600 gold right now. Gonna be looking for initiation here. Here comes Slart going after him. Gonna stun on the Puck. Gonna do as much damage as possible. Echo Slam doing a lot of damage, but nice Guardian Angel from the Omni Knight. Slar's getting really low on HP. Geomancer's looking to make kills. Gonna kill the CM. Gonna be following up on the Doombringer. Puck could be denied here. Nope, not able to deny him in time. A little bit of misplay, but not a huge deal. Chasing on the Ancient Apparition now. We'll see if he can effectively plan this out. Really bad net there, but not a big deal. Oh man, Cold Feet on him. Oh, he's gonna survive. Repel keeps him alive. Windrunner somehow going down. I can't believe they're still pursuing this. Doing a lot of damage to the Ancient Apparition. 200 HP on him. Gonna have a blink, and there we go. Nice play by the Vengeful Spirit. He ends up cleaning up all the Meepos. Very low HP, man. Blink away and get them all to poof to you. That's what he needs to do right now. I'm not sure what he talks about. Auto bash? Unless there's some weird mechanic that gives Geomancer free bashes or something. Not sure. And it looks like the Vengeful Spirit stayed too long and died. These guys should really TP back. Leave one here. Leave this guy here. TP the others back, and then poof them all back again. And there he goes. Finally gonna make his mech here. Going for a serious item build eventually. And leaving the extremely low HP Meepo. But then doing a nice little trade-off and going to be looking for initiation. He wants these guys to be fully healed before he ends up initiating. He's almost level 16. And here comes the Puck and initiate on that Windrunner. As a result of her not farming at all, she easily is going to go down. Dominating streak for that Geomancer. Level 16 for the Geomancer now. Blink Dagger, dropping the net. He does find the Ancient Apparition. Really nice play there. That was excellent control there. Slardar absolutely owns Earthshaker apparently. Says, yo Pink, what the fuck? Go help your team. I think that's legitimate, man. Go pick off a random support hero somewhere. Go for it. If you can get the kill, do it up. And now he's going to run back to base. He does have that Blink Dagger. Geomancer are going to have to be a little careful here. Doesn't have that mech yet. Unless it's on the Crow. Don't necessarily see it though. Solar on the high ground. Do we have any wards spotting this? Not sure. Geomancer blinking up. Here comes the net. Is it going to be a good net? It is a good net. Follow-up's coming in. There's all the poofs. Need to get another net off. There's the next net. Nothing he can do at this point. He's going to die for sure. Or is he? Man, he is fast. Holy crap. Blink. Nice. Nice. That was great. That was awesome. Really nice play. Yeah, I've eaten Necros before as well. That's like the best thing to devour by far. Devour the ranged one. Bam, 100 gold. Just 100 gold. As soon as it's digested, of course. And then they don't get the aura. It's so fantastic. Venge completely out of position. No other person on his team is still here. Ancient Apparition realizing that, turning and chasing. We need some more Ice Vortexes, man. You got this. Cold Feet going down. And here comes the Geomancer. He's going to fight it out, man. Holy crap, he does a lot of damage to A. Primary Meepo is ulted by Doombringer, and he's going to go down easy. Nice clean up there by the Scourge team. Puck in the battle as well. Trying to kill the Windrunner Doom, but they're both very low HP. Vengeful Spirit trying to make something happen, but Venge going to go down before she can get a kill. Chasing on the Puck now. He is frozen. And Shackle Shot. That's going to be the end of Puck for sure. Really nice cleanup by that Scourge team. Forgot to mech and missed one of my clone poofs. We would have had him. They did get the Ancient Apparition. No, they killed the Crystal Maiden, didn't they? I thought they absolutely stomped that Crystal Maiden. Not completely sure. Omninet swinging in the bot lane. Necromonic on 3. He even has Belt of Giant Strength. Probably going to go for a Sanj, I guess, at this point. I think that's like the go-to item. Slardar going for a BKB next. Nice thing about that is, actually I can't remember if Geomancer and Nats go through BKB or not. I don't remember. I don't quite remember. Vengeful Spirit picking up a Broadsword. It's either going to be a Battle Fury or a Lothar's Edge, and based on the skill level of the player, I'm going to guess a Lothar's. I almost talked shit about him, but yeah. Ancient Apparition sitting on absolute horrible items still. 25 minutes of the game. Crystal Maiden has absolute horrible items. We haven't looked at the team score in a while. 21-19, surprisingly very close, despite the fact that the Scourge team has a 5-tower deficit. That's something they're going to have to make up here, but unfortunately they didn't spend a lot of time farming. Windrunner getting a 26-minute mech. And this is kind of something that pro teams do a lot. They usually farm a couple heroes for a really long period of time in their lanes, like, you know, at least 2 lanes are heroes constantly farming. I mean, Doombringer really never got anything super fantastic. He went for a plate mail here instead of getting going for his Radiance next. I mean, generally, if we were looking at the Scourge team regularly as a pro team, Slardar would have been farming constantly. Windrunner would have farmed for a really long time, and so would have Doombringer. And the other 2 heroes would have been roaming between lanes, stuff like that. But instead, they just ended up doing a lot of like swinging and team fighting and stuff, and Windrunner's just absolutely underfarmed, not able to support their team with a mechanism, even still. And that's the kind of stuff that makes a big difference. So it does kind of come down to a lot of stuff. It is hard to watch. I'm gonna find the Doombringer. Doombringer absolutely screwed there. It is sometimes tough to know like when to push, when to farm, stuff like that. But it all kind of comes down to like what the enemy team. You have to react accordingly. Slardar getting swapped and stunned here. Shackle Shot gonna catch a couple heroes. A ulti coming in. It did not hit. Guardian Angel being popped. Not gonna regen these heroes up though, because that Ice Path is on though. Man, Guardian Angel just not paying off enough, but everybody's so low they're gonna survive though. Puck trying to get a kill on the Ancient Apparition, not gonna work out. Double net dropping. We're gonna have a blink from the Geomancer in a couple seconds here. And he's gonna have a Dagon ready. Here comes Fissure, Dagon, a little overkill, not a big deal. Gonna initiate on the Crystal Maiden next. First net misses. The next net's completely missed as well, but he has really fast fingers, obviously, you can tell. Looking to do the next nets, doesn't even matter. Just has to Geo Strike him, auto attack him to death, he's gone. Geomancer gets the kill. Looking to push the top lane finally. Looking at 27-20 currently for the Sentinel team, doing really, really great. And the Scourge team completely dead. Tower is going to go down. Glyph is actually popped. That's going to keep him alive for a bit. Omniac can heal up on himself, do some damage to the creeps. A little unnecessary on the slow ring. Because now his max mana pool has not been reached. Going to teleport back for one of those Geomancers. He's going to heal up, going to pick up his new items. He does have a mechanism now. First net goes down, it's going to miss. Windrunner in a lot of trouble. And are they going to get him? They do actually get him. Geomancer does just enough damage. Here comes the Slardar, though, going to be initiating. Who does he cast on? He's going to cast on the Earthshaker. But going to be auto-attacking on the Vengeful Spirit. He needs a couple bashes here. He's going to be able to get him. Next, net's going down. Slardar is not able to do anything when he's netted to the ground. Doomburger taking a crap load of damage. Easy pickup there for the Geomancer. Focusing on that one Geo. He does have minus armor, but there's still so many Geos here. Easily able to get that Ancient Apparition clean up on the Crystal Maid as well. Geomancer is just like one of those weird carries. He's very powerful, honestly. If you can play him correctly, he's very powerful. But the problem is that if the other team plays accordingly and like owns that early game, man, they can definitely get kills on Geomancer if they're well organized. And unfortunately for the Scourge team, they're not organized enough to be able to shut this down. So, not to mention you got free farm all game. Holy crap! Like. Couple nuts going down. They're just going to keep him in the base here. They want to organize. Got to take out that next Rax, the bot Rax. Very important. 4,000 gold on the Geomancer. Could pick up his Aghanims in a second here. Then he can micro 5 Geomancers instead of only 4. And here we go. Tower pressure coming up. 4 Geos. Who's on the defense? We have a Slithering Guard. He's blinking away, trying to dodge some nets. Crystal Maiden here as well. Windrunner taking a lot of damage. Going to go down guaranteed. The miss goes through, but the Geostrike still lands. Echo Slam doing a lot of damage. No, he went for a Blade Mail. Blade Mail on the Vengeful Spirit. Not paying off super hard though. Didn't take a lot of damage at the right time. He goes down.
Triple kill.
Somebody gets a triple kill. That's gonna be Puck here. Needs to phase. Here comes the blink. Blink, 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 blink. Oh, he doesn't blink. Didn't get the blink off for some reason. I didn't see a cooldown come. More fuck yous going on. Earthshaker taking a lot of damage from Cold Feet. He's gonna get stopped in this tracks. No, nice repel. Gonna keep him up. Man, just punch the towers. This is the time to punch the towers. Geomancer kills the Doombringer. Next net on the Ancient Apparition, he's easily dead. And yeah, this is definitely a game. It's been game for 5 minutes here. Geomancer just so farmed, it doesn't matter. Nothing the other team can do. Not even going for a Vlad's. 1,000 armor on all these heroes. Pretty much a hero glyph. And I think that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. This was a cast of Clan Team GOML, and the other players possibly just a bunch of randoms who know each other as friends and played against each other. So semi-decent game. The skill level was not near anywhere close to pro level, but definitely some good players and high level pub. I would say this was a moderate to high level pub for sure. Moderate to high level pub players. So thanks for watching the cast, guys. Gonna be diving on the Windrunner, not able to get the kill, but yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, go check out my streams tomorrow for the Australian tournament and on Sunday for the tournament as well. And from there I'll be casting a couple more games, and I'm sure I have lots more events to do in the next week. We're not going to be doing casts on Sundays for Dotacash. We're just not going to do the qualifiers this week. I think we're a little busy or something. I can't quite remember. Proof's going to be gone as well. So that's how everything is going. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. And once again, give me feedback on what you want to see on my channel. I would very much appreciate it, and obviously reasons why as well. So in the meantime, we'll just speed this little guy up. Somebody is still here. Geomancer rocking face. Come on. AA goes down again. I think that's the first time I've seen Geomancer kill Ancient Apparition in this game. Alright, I think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.